updates. But today we wanted to bring you a special guest to talk a little bit about what the new Bold Pivot is going to look like and answer any questions that you might have. So let me introduce to you Bold Coach Extraordinaire, Mr. Dennis Russell. Dennis, you over here somewhere? There you are.
I am. You see me? You got me?
All right, there he is.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great today. Feeling bold.
Hey, Steve. Hey, that was some good music, man. You guys are jamming over here. Love how you guys start this day.
For it.
Love that. Love that. All right. As you said, my name is Dennis Russell. And before we kind of get started, well, actually, as we get started, do you mind if we kind of get real and kind of just talk plainly? Can we do that?
Absolutely.
All right. So I know that there's a lot of outside noise going on right now, and it's real. Okay, it is real. And it's causing a lot of anxiety. It's causing a lot of fear. And there are people that are generally concerned about, whether or not they're going to get sick, or whether or not their loved ones are going to get sick, or maybe even die from this thing. People are concerned about their businesses. They're concerned about what's going to happen with the economy. And there's some people even concerned about, are they going to be able to pay their bills? And as I said, this is real what's going on right now. And I don't want to shortchange it at all. I want to make sure we're all clear. Okay. However, can I give you some good news though?
Yeah.
We will rise. We will recover from this. And we will come out of this better than we were when we went in this. And the reason that I know this is because, ladies and gentlemen, this is America. Yes, I know it sounds cheesy. However, this is what we do. America might have its problems. It's the greatest country in the world, and it's the greatest country because of us, because of our people. Our people have the biggest hearts. You can see it as people are working together, through this crisis. We have the most, we have the most powerful determination. We have the strongest desire. And because of this, it makes us overcome all challenges. Like I said, it's in our DNA. This is what we do. So we will come out of this, as I said, greater and better than we were when we went in it. However, to do that, we need to get into action. And we need to act with focus. We need to act with purpose. And we need to act by following proven models and systems by Gary Keller. Now, the proven models and systems that we're talking about, you're going to learn in Bold Pivot. And you're going to make a decision. And that decision is whether or not you see this current situation as an opportunity to rise up and transform your business and your life, or if you see this as an obstacle, something that takes you down, something that takes you out. And when I look at everybody here, I know that you guys see this as an opportunity to get into action, an opportunity to move with purpose, and an opportunity to follow proven systems and models that Gary Keller has been teaching us since he founded Keller Williams in the 80s. Now, the reason why your leadership is bringing Bold Pivot to you is because they care about you. They know in uncertain times, it's important to have something that has some structure, has some consistency, and has some accountability. And also to have a plan that will not only help you survive in this, it will help you thrive in this. And the reason why I can say that is because of our leadership. Gary Keller has been built for shifts. He even wrote a best-selling book on it. Our company became the #1 real estate company out of the last shift because our agents followed proven systems and models. Now, if proven systems and models that they followed helped us become the #1 real estate company, you can see how it can help you during this current situation, can't you? And that's why we're bringing together Bold Pivot. Bold Pivot is only $99. It begins on May 5th. It ends on May 28th. It's going to be for 2 hours a day, 2 days a week. And we're going to be focused on 4 key areas. The first one, as always, is mindset. Waking up, paying attention to what's happening out there in the market. Number 2 is learning to live on less. We've been talking about this for weeks. Cutting expenses. Number 3, lead generation and doubling down on lead generation. focusing on the final thing, which is learning to lean into the market of the moment. Even though most people don't see it like this is an incredible blessing this time. And our company is so prepared, and we're prepared to help you to come out of this better than ever before by joining Bold Pivot. So make sure you take advantage of this time to gain mind share now, which will allow you to gain market share later. We are all in this together. There might be many reasons why you can say that you shouldn't take it now, and you only need one reason why you should. And that one reason is this. This is the opportunity that you've really always been looking for to take your business, your life, and your family's life to where you've always wanted it to be. So, who here is ready to look at this as an opportunity to take Bold Pivot? Say, I see like 2 hands up. Okay, cool. I have the 23 people. All right, good job. Probably all muted. All right.
Everybody's muted. Don't take it personally, Dennis.
Take it personally.
Everybody's muted.
All right. Hey, let me say this. Get with your leadership. Because once again, whenever you're looking at business saying, well, I wish I would have gotten at the beginning, the next best thing after the beginning is during a shift. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Here we are in the shift. And if you want to know how powerful our leadership is, how powerful the vision of Gary Keller is, a few years ago, he started talking about us becoming what kind of company?
Technology.
Being a tech company. Why? Because he said, you know what? The real estate industry is all going to go online. Guess where we are now, ladies and gentlemen? It's all where? Online. That's why you guys are so prepared to capitalize on this opportunity and transform your business and your lives. Dan, can you open it up for any questions? If anybody has any questions?
Yeah, well, I'll start with one, which is the question that I've gotten a lot from people, which is what is, with the new format, people are used to kind of that long day, right? It's one long day each week, 7 weeks. We know the stats, we know the numbers, we know that it works, right?
Yep.
With this new format, what is it going to look like? So I know you kind of talked about, starting with mindset, living on the last lead generation, market of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What is that like twice a week format going to look like? What can people expect from it?
Great question. Well, if you've taken Bold before, you haven't taken Bold before. Bold is really all about be, do, achieve, which is about changing your mindset first. So it's always going to start with what do we need to do to change our mind so that we're prepared to capital these times during these times. And then, of course, it's all about learning what we're going to be saying. What do we say to our database? And not only that, how do we have a system where we're held accountable to do what we're supposed to do so that we can actually benefit from our conversations? And as we're changing, because we're now in this shift, things are changing. So what we're doing right now is we're interviewing a lot of the top agents in Keller Williams and finding out, well, what are we doing to be successful so that we can now share it with everybody? So a lot of the things that the top agents are doing to be successful, you are now going to learn before the masses learn because you're in Bold.
Okay.
And It's only going to be it's going to be 2 hours a day for 2 days a week.
Now, I also saw that there's going to be kind of 2 additional days, Wednesdays and Fridays, for the coaching corners. What are those going to look like? Is it going to be like our agents working, like, is it small groups? Is it going to be similar webinar style, like where there'll be one coach for everybody who shows up? I mean, what does that look like? What is the kind of the difference between the Tuesday, Thursdays and the Wednesday, Fridays?
Great question. The Tuesday, Thursdays will be where you get the information. The Wednesday, Fridays will be when you have a time to implement it and practice it and ask more questions. So, for example, there will be multiple coaches on the Wednesday, Fridays, so that if you say, well, I need help with this, can we role play this? Can we practice this script? Well, why was this said like this? It'll be more time to get into more of the details, more in the weeds, so that you can have a better understanding, because as you understand it better, you're able to implement it at a higher level. And as you implement it at a higher level, you'll get more success.
Awesome. what about this Facebook group? So I know there's already a Bold Facebook group, but now I guess there's going to be a new Facebook group, a Bold Pivot Facebook group. What does that look like, and what are people using that for?
Well, because Bold Pivot has the elements of Bold, however, it's not Bold, we want to have a different Facebook group for everybody who joins Bold Pivot so we can be talking about specific things that are happening right now in Bold Pivot. And that way it's kind of more of an exclusive group for the people that just join Bold Pivot.
Gotcha.
Now, when we roll out regular Bold, next launch or the launch after that, whenever this stuff changes, the people that were in Bold Pivot will have had the new changes before everybody else gets them.
Gotcha. We had a question in the chat box about how many people will be in each session.
Well, since it's a live stream, it can be many.
I mean, it's going to be thousands of people on the
thousands,
right?
Yes,
so there's
thousands.
not. Yeah, so it is a live stream version where it's everybody who's taking Bold is all on the same live stream, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And thank you. So clarification on the Wednesday, Friday. That's why we have the Wednesday, Friday piece, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's going to be more information for the large group. And like I said, on Wednesdays and Fridays, that's where we're able to ask more questions to get more clarity. Thank you.
All right. So the Wednesday, Fridays will be like, it'll be smaller groups, or people will people be grouped into smaller groups somehow?
That's a great question. That's all being worked on right now.
Okay.
However, the desire, the object of the Wednesday, Fridays is so that we can make sure that if you have, like I said, more detailed questions, or you want to find out more about the scripts, those can be handled. Like I said, there'll be multiple coaches on those calls so that we have multiple people to help you guys out.
Awesome. Awesome. We had another question about, is it just for real estate agents, or will it be applicable for mortgage people? We've had some of our mortgage people, our lenders, some of our attorneys and stuff take Bold with us in the past as well. Mm-hmm. Will the information be relevant to them, similar to the regular Bold?
Yes. Lenders, your vendors, guests, all that stuff is now opened up to everybody. Since it's the live stream, everybody can come. And because we're in a shift, the principles, like if you read Gary Kell's book Shift, even though there's some things that are real estate specific, a lot of the principles and the concepts are general. Cutting your expenses, that's general. Talking to your database more at a higher level, that's general. Making sure that when you're talking to them, you're having a higher conversion rate because you don't have as many shots, that's all general. So yes.
Okay, we also had another question around the relevancy or the specificity mm-hmm. to KW agents. Mm-hmm. I know it's open to all agents and it's open to vendors and everybody else, but will we be given like specific? Will the scripts and the trainings be focused on KW systems like command, like where it's not going to make sense to another agent, or is it more generalized to kind of incorporate some of those people too?
All right, in terms of the scripts and the conversation, that's going to be general. There will be some specifics where we deal with where are you getting your CRM? So in that case, the Keller Williams people, theirs will be command, and everybody else's will be whatever else they're using. Now, because we are doing what we're doing with command and how everything integrates, there'll be some pieces that maybe somebody else at another company will look at their company and say, wait a minute, ours doesn't do that. Why doesn't ours do that? And that would be something where they would have a conversation with you or Steve or see why theirs is different. And that would be a conversation where they might decide that maybe they want to move to a company that has better tech.
Let's see. Any other questions out there? I mean, that's everybody that I've seen in the chat. I mean, you can unmute yourself and ask a question specifically if you'd like as well. How will we sign up? Steve and I will both be sending out the registration links to everybody following this session. So they'll go out to the entire market center. What I would love, we'll also be like kind of mentioning these, I would say in our daily things kind of leading up to this. From time to time, it would be great to hear some of the feedback. I always love to know, just like we've been doing with our success stories, like why people are signing up, what value they see in it, things like that. We had a question about the hours. I believe they're Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 4 Eastern time. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, that's correct.
2 to 4 Eastern time for all 4 days.
Yes.
So the coaches' corners are at the same time as well.
Yes.
And it's $99.
Just $99.
I keep responding privately to people instead. Trying to think.
Well, if you guys have any questions, let me say this. Let me give you my phone number. You're welcome to give me a call, send me a text, whatever you want to do. But like I said, this is all about you. So whatever we got to do to make sure that you get the most out of this, that's what we're going to do. My number is area code 757-761-7877.
I also just typed that in the chat box if you want to copy and paste it.
Perfect.
When does it start? It starts on Tuesday, May 5th.
Correct.
And it runs for 4 weeks. So it's going to end, that would be May 28th.
Yes.
Is that what you said? All right. So it's 2 days a week for 4 weeks. We had a question if those sessions will be recorded, if people will be able to go back to them.
Yes, the sessions will be recorded.
Awesome. Is there a first step for recruits?
Great question. No. Yeah. Because it's so short, you pay $99 and Tuesday, May 5th, you get started. There isn't, now you can come anytime you want to. However, there's no free first day or anything like that. No.
Yeah, and there won't be so in the past, I mean, we would typically bring, a recruit or two to each session, let them get kind of a preview of a session. But we don't really have the ability to do that because it is a live stream. So, yeah, and it's not, and because people are paying for it, it's not really fair for us to share the live stream links with people either. So,
correct.
Yes, it wouldn't be as if, are they going to be doing it through Zoom, Dennis, do you know, or are they going to be doing it through KW Connect?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that answer yet. However, because it's a live stream, I would probably lean towards KW Connect. However, I don't know if that answer has been completely given yet.
Okay. Yep. So just to repeat, the actual sessions will start on Tuesday, May 5th, and they'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then coaches' corners will be on Wednesdays and Fridays, also from 2 to 4. All right.
Yep.
Donna, I haven't seen anything made as far as, I mean, I don't know, maybe Dennis, you can answer this. Will there be any kind of social graphics or graphics people will be getting from MAPS coaching, things that they can share with their database or share on social media to help promote it to people that they know and other agents that they know that they think might be helpful for?
That's a good question. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I will ask though. Let me write that down.
Worst case scenario, Donna, we could also just make those for our set. We could make a quick social post or something like that using command. Yeah. I'm sure between the 450 of us, somebody would be able to bang that out pretty quickly.
Yeah. And Dennis, I don't know if I missed you say this, but is there a deadline for people to register?
Yeah. They can register whenever they register.
Okay.
So that's the great thing about it being a live stream. I mean, there is no limit. So if they want to register all the way up until, like I said, they can really register. I don't know if anybody would do this. They can register on the last day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other questions for Dennis while we have him? Dennis, how are you and your family doing? Everybody good? Safe?
And we're doing good. Thank you. How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. We getting thumbs up from the Zoomosphere? Everybody doing okay?
Great.
All right. Awesome. All right. Well, listen, thank you everybody for joining us. Dennis, thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
your time today. If you look back through the chat, you'll see Dennis's number in there. He's open to answering questions that if you maybe didn't feel comfortable asking them on the Zoom or whatever. If you just think of something later, feel free to reach out to Steve, reach out to myself, reach out to Dennis directly, and we'll make sure to get your questions answered. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dennis.
Welcome.
Thank you.